Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kaiserreich News Radio. The new show is a reincarnation of the KRNR and will serve as the Reich's radio program. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the show. Before we get started, we would like to thank KRNR for supplying this week's artwork that you see on the right. Today listeners, we have multiple stories that we hope you will be interested in. First, on our list, the Fatherland has taken 1 month's absence to go camping. In the meantime, Scheinenland will be assuming the role of interim Minister of Propaganda, so please direct all propaganda affairs towards him. Is he prepared for this huge responsibility? I mean, what do we even know about his career in the propaganda ministry? Has he even had a career in the propaganda ministry? Well, Scheinenland has produced many propaganda pieces in the form of visual, musical, and audio propaganda for the Reich. On top of that, has served as Minister of Propaganda for a short period in the past, before the separatist movement. The Reich's reform was finalized on Friday the 23rd. Reich Chancellor Treman has expressed his utmost satisfaction with the national reinvigoration process, and declared that in strict accordance with the results that were hoped for several months ago, and in perfect conformity with the Chancellor's predictions that our activity has greatly increased, we have many new members, and our ministries are operating well. Our beloved Chancellor and went on to say that the Reich had indeed recovered and improved itself. Furthermore, in the best spirit of workaholism attributable only to those capable of taking on the job of Reich Chancellor, our beloved PM has announced a second phase reform process called Kulturkampf. The Chancellor has described this as a process in which the state will cement our culture in the politics and daily activities of our Reich. It is not necessary, but nevertheless helpful, for us to remind all the citizens of the region to support the Chancellor's initiative. And finally, for this week, the new constitution was drafted and political parties now exist in the Reich to further political freedom. The current 4 parties that exist are Verfassungspartei Kaiserreichs, or the VPK, the Svoboda Populist Party or the SPP, the Die Populistische Volkspartei für Autoritäre Stark, und Ordnung or PVSEO, and the Kaiserreich Volksunion, or the KVU. The VPK is a Kaiser-centered nationalist party which works to expand the powers of the Kaiser. The SPP is centered on sharing the Kaiser's authority with the Reichswehr and the ministries and is anti-separatist. Next, the PVSEO is a more libertarian party in Kaiserreich and works to shorten the period of time before citizenship. And finally, the KVU works for a larger government with a much larger Reichstag and the deletion of Dino but from Discord. Thank you for tuning in for this week, and we would love if you could join us again next week, for the Kaiserreich News Radio.